Your past doesn't define you. How you face it does. Imagine this. Life finally feels peaceful. You've healed. You've moved on from the mistakes that once haunted you. Those dark nights, those broken moments, they've become memories, lessons, scars that no longer ache. And then one day, someone from your past, maybe an old friend, maybe the person who once knew every corner of your soul, reaches into that old wound and twists it open. They smile, half pity, half pride, and say, "Remember that? That's who you were," and suddenly your chest tightens, not because your past has returned, but because you realize someone is using it to wound you again. That sting, that heaviness, that silent anger, it's betrayal reborn. Most people, in that moment, react. We defend ourselves, we argue, we say, "I've changed." But the more we explain, the more power we hand away. A Stoic doesn't do that. A Stoic stays still in the storm. And today, I'll show you 3 Stoic ways to respond when someone brings up your past to hurt you. 1. Yes, that happened. The first instinct of the ego is denial. We want to erase the past, pretend it never existed, but the moment you accept it, truly accept it, you become free. When someone says, "You failed that business," or "You messed up that relationship," you don't flinch, you don't defend, you simply say, "Yes, that happened," no excuses, no shame, no guilt. That simple phrase carries power because it takes away what they crave most, your reaction. People who weaponize your past aren't looking for truth, they're looking for control. When you stay calm, their weapon becomes useless. Seneca once wrote, "There is nothing more noble than standing before your faults and saying, 'Yes, I did that. And I learned.' When you own your story, no one else can use it against you. Try this. When someone says, 'You were fired, weren't you?' Answer calmly, 'Yes. And I learned from it.' In that instant, you disarm them, because you're no longer hiding from who you were. 2. I've learned from it. This is where your past transforms from a chain into a sword. You see, those who bring up your past only see your old version. What they don't realize is you've evolved. Like steel forged in fire, you've been shaped by everything that tried to break you. The cracks in your life aren't flaws, they're where the light entered. Think of Nelson Mandela, 27 years in prison. That past could have destroyed him, but instead he said, "I learned that true freedom begins within." So when someone says, "You failed in love, what do you know about relationships?" Smile and say, "Because I've been broken, I understand love better than most." That's not defense, that's wisdom. You're not explaining your worth, you're embodying it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Every obstacle is an opportunity to practice virtue." So when someone tries to stain you with your past, use that very stain to show your growth. That's the Stoic's power, to turn pain into wisdom and scars into strength. 3. Why are you bringing this up now? This question is silence turned into a sword. No anger, no sarcasm, just pure, calm curiosity. It flips the balance of power, because now they must face their own intention. You've shifted from being attacked to observing the attacker. If they came from care, they'll reflect. If they came from malice, they'll crumble beneath their own exposure. Epictetus once said, "The one who harms others is already in pain." People bring up your past because they can't escape theirs. When you calmly ask, "Why are you bringing this up now?" you've already won. You've turned the spotlight onto them, and your composure becomes unshakable armor. 4. The power of silence and emotional control. The Stoics taught that silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. Every reaction you give is a gift of power you hand away. Seneca said, "The one who angers you conquers you." In today's world, everyone is shouting, defending, proving, but the one who stays silent, that's the one who truly holds control. I once heard someone say, "You never react. That makes people afraid of you." I smiled and said, I don't want them to fear me. I just want peace within myself. Because no one can drag you into the mud unless you step down willingly. If they twist your past, smile. If they demand a reaction, give them silence. You owe no explanation for chapters you've already healed from. Epictetus said, if someone calls you a donkey, do you check the mirror? No, because you know who you are. That's true freedom, knowing yourself so deeply that no opinion can shake you. 5. The Stoic transformation. Every version of you, even the ones you regret, was necessary. Without them, you wouldn't have become who you are. The addict who overcame their demons now inspires others to heal. The one who failed in business now mentors hundreds to succeed. The betrayed one now teaches forgiveness. That's transformation, turning darkness into light. The Stoic doesn't erase their past. They refine it. 6. The Stoic conclusion. Freedom through acceptance. People will use your past to pull you down, not because you're weak, but because your growth reminds them of what they could have been. When you rise, you become a mirror, and not everyone is ready to face their reflection. They don't attack you because you're broken. They attack because you've healed, because your peace threatens their chaos. So remember 3 things. 1. Acknowledge your past without shame. 2. Turn every mistake into a lesson, not a life sentence. 3. Ask questions instead of reacting. Let them see themselves in your calm. That's how a Stoic wins, not through shouting, but through silence, not through defense, but through dignity. You don't need to prove you've changed. Those who truly see you already know, and those who don't, no explanation will ever be enough. One day, someone will bring up your past again, and you'll smile, not in pride, not in pain, but in peace. Because you'll know, I am not what happened to me. I am how I rose from it. That's real freedom, not forgetting your past, but being at peace when you remember it. So when they try to drag you back into an old chapter, smile and say, thank you, but I've already finished that part of the story. Then walk away, calm, steady, untouchable, like a true Stoic. If this message spoke to your soul, share it. Someone out there is still trapped in their past, and your share might set them free. Drop this in the comments as your daily reminder. I've closed that chapter. My story moves forward, and if you walk this same path of growth and calm, subscribe, not for me, but for you, because here we build an empire of unshakable minds.